hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Monday to y'all. Good to see you. Good to see ya. What is up? Xerius and Jake Jesus and Draken and Siloant and Dude Abbott and Missy and Mira, Game Snake, Kabbalah Fit, Draken, Sandpanda, YOLO, Trans Girl Jade. Welcome, everyone. It is BNR Day number 2. Zendikar Rising Standard 3.0. Is it fixed this time for real? We're gonna see, but it's banning day, which means Standard is back on the table. We're gonna play some new Standard stuff, see what the format's like. Heppershack, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. I'm excited to try Kicker again. I really liked playing Kicker when we played it for Budget Magic, and now that some of the monstrous cards of the format are banned, it might be time to try it again. I'm definitely down for it. So, HoloX, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. So, obviously, big news. BNR today, Omnath, gone. Finally. Lucky Clover, gone. Finally. Escape to the Wilds, gone. Also, I guess. I mean, the big one is Omnath and Lucky Clover. I think those are the really big good ones. Escape to the Wilds, they could ban as many ramp cards as possible, and I'd be fine with it, just because I'm so sick of ramp right now. So, even though Escape doesn't look like that bannable of a card, with how things have been, I'm fine with it. Kershaw and McFly! Hey, what's up, Teddy Beast? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. And Dargon, welcome you as well. So many subs already. Thank you, everyone. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. So, that's the big news. Big Standard shakeup. Omnath deck gone. Adventure deck at least gonna change a lot. The Omnath Adventure deck obviously gone. I think you can still play like Edgewell and Keeper decks, but gonna be a lot different. Like Gruul aggro-y style, maybe adventures. But the Lucky Clover grindy plan's gone. Escape to the Wilds just to make sure ramp's gone. Omnath gone in Historic. Burning Tree unbanned in Historic, which is interesting. And then Omnath in Brawl, which, I don't know. The dozens of people who play Brawl, I think that's a good thing. I haven't played Brawl in a long time, but Elementary! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. So we're going to have some fun with Standard today and see what this new format's like. We're starting off with some Nethroi, Fiend Artisan, play removal, reanimate stuff, Spider for your rogues deck is what we're playing first. And we'll go from there. We'll see what it's like. We'll see. Is Standard fixed? That's the big question. And I gotta say, if you watch like YouTube videos and stuff, Booster Therapy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. What new decks do we see with ramp life gain going away? That's a big question, a good question, and I don't have the answer. I feel like now we finally have had rotation. Hey, what's up, Dinotron? How are you? I feel like this is rotation. I feel like we didn't get rotation when Zendikar Rising released because of Omnath and Uro. We didn't get rotation when Uro was banned because Omnath was obviously the problem all along, but it took Wizards a couple extra weeks to figure it out for some reason. Now we actually have new Standard. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, but we'll see. And I gotta say, if you've seen my YouTube videos, I normally am skeptical of bans fixing thing. We actually did that whole video, like, going back and looking at the last bannings in Standard to see if they fix things, and they almost never did. Like, the track record is really not bad, but I think this time might be different. I don't know if I'm just an optimist for no reason, if I'm overrating these changes, but I actually think there's a decent chance that Standard goes from really, really bad to somewhere between medium and actually good. Like, I think this might actually do it. I'm actually very hopeful. Plain Brad, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Will I be playing Adriano's banned deck? I mean, the idea, I don't know. Do you want to see this deck for against the odds? It would be funny. I mean, I don't think it'll be good. I think we'll just get run over a million times, but it would be kind of funny to play just all cards that are banned in Standard together in Modern. I think it would be hilarious. Fiction and Lord Vorganus, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. We need a Soup Salt Emo. I'd be down with trying it. It could be a funny Against Oz episode. I mean, we might lose a lot, but whatever. That's good enough. Oda is banned. That is a concern. We might have to replace that one, honestly. honestly. But anyway, we're standarding today. We'll come back around to that later. So today, it's standard. We're starting with Nethroi. First, let's do our reminders, and then we can talk new standard. We can talk what we did this weekend. We talk about the mythic, and I don't even know, too many tournaments. Grand Finals, I guess it was this weekend. How many of you actually watched the Grand Finals? Oh, yeah, I forgot to announce band bracket coming back tomorrow night stream. Krim will be joining us again, finishing the first round of the band bracket. So tomorrow night, band bracket, the rest of round one, similar to what we did last Tuesday. So, I mean, there were some funny moments. Seth Manfield punted more brutally than I think I've ever seen anyone punt, but that, at least as far as like world championship level play, but he recovered well. That was one of the highlights. That and Gab almost timing out constantly. The only MTG content I watch is Goldfishy Command Zone. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad we're on the list. Mega Match Cap. Dr. Flame, welcome to the Fishbowl. First time sub. Big super for you. Thank you. So, reminders. Replay YouTube. As we invite all old streams, including this one in the future. If you missed the first band bracket stream, you can find it on the replay YouTube for now. So check that out before tomorrow. PDX Ginger, another first time sub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Oh man, Seth's punt. So he had, oh no, what is the name of the card? Ooh. He had the... Oh, I can't think of the name of it now. There, Red Cap Melee. So Seth, yes, it was Red Cap Melee. So Seth is playing against an Ugin. He's playing Jund Sacrifice. He's up against the Ugin ramp deck. His opponent plays the Ugin, wipes his board. Seth is sitting on this Red Cap Melee in hand, which can take down the Ugin. He's got plenty of lands to do it. He's sitting on it. He keeps running creatures out into the Ugin, getting the creatures killed by Ugin for like a few turns until he top decks his second Red Cap Melee. And then he actually reads it, and he sees the word Planeswalker on there. He didn't know. He didn't realize that he could hit Planeswalkers. So he draws it and reads it, and then you could just see it in his face that he realizes that he messed up. He actually does like the oops emo, and then he compounded it. He had a Mayhem Devil in hand. He had to double Red Cap Melee to kill the Ugin, but he double Red Cap Melee'd and then played the Mayhem Devil. So he gave up 2 free damage. It was just like the nightmare spiral that I've never seen from like literally one of the best, like top 5 players in the world right now. But he recovered and won the match in game 3, made the top 8, and that's the most important thing. I think that's one of the things. Draken, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. That is one of the things that sets really good players around from other players is if I made that punt, especially if I was playing like a pro tour for some reason, I think there's a decent chance that it would get in my head. I would play worse the next game. I would like, snowball out of the tournament. But the recovery is the important thing. I think that's the important thing to take away from it. And he did a really good job of that. Anyway, we got sidetracked. Normal YouTube, super sweet budget magic, playing a 2 mythic, 2 rare version of Rakdos Party. It is up on the YouTube, check that out. Our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and maybe you need some magical cards. Probably not Omnath now or Lucky Clovers, but other cards that are not banned in every format. You get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, merch stage has token t-shirts, playbets, donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. Hey, what's up, Swing for Zero? How are you? Enjoying milk on your cereal? Ugh. Swing for Zero, I'm telling you. Try the milk on the side. You will thank me. You will thank me later. Average Fox for the 7th month. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for me. I've been waiting. So I ordered these collector boosters back in August. As soon as I heard about fetch lands being collector's boosters, I was like, all right, I'm gonna snag some collector's boosters. But then they still haven't shipped. It's been almost a month. It's been like several weeks. So now we're to the point where the best cards from the set are already banned, and I haven't even got my collector's boosters yet to open. So I don't even know. I don't even know if I want them. Like, such bad running. Nothing yet, Tupelin. So, we are starting off with, right now, Sultai, Nethroi, Zendikar Rising Standard, post-banning 3.0. So this deck looks pretty fun. The idea of our deck is, we're grinding out graveyard value. We have, Binding of the Titans, Mire Triton, Temeret Coulson to fill our graveyard. Of course, eventually we can get back a bunch of stuff with Nethroi, including potentially a bunch of Glasspool Mimics to copy stuff because they have 0 power, so they come back for free. Pelucrados, 0 power, comes back for free. We can potentially have a Massacre Worm on the battlefield, copy it, blow our opponent out and all their small creatures. So that's kind of the main idea of the deck. I also want to see if New Nissa is good. It seems like if there was a deck for New Nissa to be good, it might be this one. And I think Chain Rabba Ragnar is like one of the best cards you can have against rogues in specific. I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of rogue players. So this is in the main deck specifically to answer rogues. It blocks rogues. It can fight rogues when it comes into play, especially if it's escaped. And the escape clears our graveyards from cards to water down or power down the rogues. So that's kind of the idea. The deck is graveyard, grind out value. Sideboard, nothing too interesting. Removal, counters, another planeswalker. So let's give it a shot. I have no idea. I have no idea what this standard format's going to be like now. Why no Scourge of the Skyclaves? I don't think we're built in a way to take advantage of it. Like to reanimate more with Nethroi. So the hard part about making that work is you actually got to gain life. For Scourge should do anything, you or your opponent has to be above your starting life total. So we'd have to like build with that in mind. I think it's a cool idea, but I don't think we have enough life gain to actually pull it off in this deck. What's good in standard now? I actually don't know. Not a lot of MDFCs. There are not a lot of MDFCs. That is mostly, actually probably should have Agadim's Awakening. The challenge is all of our mana. We're technically 4 colors, so we can actually cast Nethroi if we need to. So that's why we have a lack of MDFCs, but it still might be worth it. I think Rogues is probably an easy choice to be immediate best deck. We also have some other decks. Shady Black I want to return to. We never really got a chance to try it, but the Black aggro deck with tons of MDFCs, that is still on the list potentially. This Abzan mid-range deck, it might be time for mid-range to shine, kind of like Abzan stuff, essentially. Some +1/+1 counters, some MDFCs, some odd new inversions. There's also someone said agreed with lithoforming if we want to try to do broken stuff. So we got a bunch of stuff we'd mess around with today. We got a new donation from Happy Hamburger. There is a cereal called Kellogg's Red Berries that contains dry strawberries. It needs milk, otherwise the dried strawberries will taste dry. But why would you buy a cereal with dried strawberries if you didn't want to taste dried strawberries? That doesn't make any sense. Get the version with the wet strawberries. Thank you, Happy Hamburger, for the donation. Hey, what's up, and Soda Pie? How are you? So, what do you think? Like, is standard fixed? Are we there? You made so much fun for Crib for me during spoiler season for being hyped for rogues. I mean, the biggest reason, if you go back and listen to it, the biggest concern was Uro, and I said that a whole bunch of times. Like, and I think that did prove to mostly be true. That, like, if you're milling over Uro, rogues were super bad. It wasn't until Uro got banned the rogues became kind of good. Now maybe they become actually good. However, I'm actually not sure if they become good or not, because the thing is, alright, up against Lures with Tapland.hand, but that's fine, we don't mind some Taplands. Moisture, yes, you need some liquid on your strawberries. Wow, opponent shocks him? Oh! So our opponent's playing Scourge of this. Oh, Thieves Gilded. Is this Lurus Rogues? Interesting. It does look. Alright, so Rogues already. Well, Forest, Binding of the Titans. We will help you, Milla's opponent. we're gonna be friendly here. Do you think that I feel like using the graveyard's a good way to minimize the power of rogues? We'll see if it works out, but that's a theory, is that by playing stuff to take advantage of the graveyard, we turn the rogue's mill against themselves, essentially. Oh, this is... Okay, so this is the control. Yeah, if they're playing Frantic Inventory, this is like Manfield deck. Do you think that Lotus Cobra is out of the ban crosshairs now, or is it inevitable? I think it is... Exile you and you. I think it is definitely more out of the ban crosshair. Wow. Wow, the luck of the rogues, apparently. That's a bummer. Well, alright, binding the Titans. Oh, always drawing those frantic inventories. Mill, mill, mill. Where's our spiders? We need our spiders. Lennig! Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do I think that Embercleave should have been banned? I think... Oh, boy. All right. Thieves Guild Enforcers for days. That's a little frightening. If our opponent could just counter all of our stuff now, we're probably in trouble here. And that might be where we're at, where our opponent just counters everything we do. They got to draw a ton of extra cards. No way. Frantic inventory. Oh, brutal. Brutal, brutal. Alright, opponent gets in. I mean, I can see an argument for banning it just to be safe. Ugh. Well, I guess we exile all these frantic inventories now that our opponent's drawn a million cards. What do we want? Let's just take Mire Triton. Let's keep the party going. Get a Mire Triton. We're gonna mill a spider eventually. Wow. Alright. Cling to Dust. Well, play the land, crack the land, get a swamp. Wow, this is ridiculous. We will get a swamp. We will play Acolyte of Affliction. Mill a couple cards. Get back a Fabled Passage. Pass the turn. This is the first game. Whoa, we got a big donation. Chuck the Yak coming in with a massive donation. $37.24. $37.24 is a timestamp for my favorite moment of the latest Budget Magic. Thanks for always bringing the happy. Well, Chuck the Yak, thank you so much for the donation. I don't know the timestamp, but I assume it was the game against the Adventure deck. I think I know what you're talking about. That was my favorite moment of the Budget Magic, too. Alright, what do you got about it? Yeah, Clean to Dust has been effective. Opponent passes. Well, we will get back a Murderous Rider. I assume our opponent's going to exile it with the Clean to Dust. Lennig heading out a ton of gift subs. 10 of them going to Zentub, Transguild Jade, Harding, Sinorchez, Bornerick, Panico, Anonymous Nate, Roko Roger, Eamon World, and Oro. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, so we get a Murderous Rider. We will play... Play the Swamp. Binding the Titans. Mill some cards. Pass the turn. Opponent. End of the story. Well, kill the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Opponent draws a ridiculous amount of cards. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving to you, Jaguar. Wow, your Thanksgiving's a lot earlier than ours. Opponent draws into another Thieves Guild Enforcer, of course. Sure. Yeah, well, I mean, they probably have us here, honestly. Annoyingly, I will say. Opponents just had exactly what you want, for sure. And somehow we have not hit a spider. Oh. Pelucrados is immune to Death Touch. Yes. Yes, it is. I imagine we're not going to resolve any more spells, though, which is the issue. Like, sure, if we get to resolve our stuff, we're probably fine, but that seems incredibly unlikely at this point. We draw another land. We will exile some more stuff from our opponent's graveyard. Opponent lets it go. They're going to counter our stuff. Well, we will play Blue Chronos. It'll get countered. And then we die. Pork Chop! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Sure. Sure. Yeah, this control deck is probably a tougher version of Rogues than for our deck to play against than a actual Rogue deck. I don't actually think calling this deck Rogues is actually very correct. I think it's actually, like, pretty poor naming, because they have, like, 2 creatures in their deck. So it's not... Calling it Rogues is blue-black control, just because it happens to have 2 rogue creature types in it. I don't think makes it a rogue deck, at least in my opinion. Yeah, it's blue-black control. Jeskai Moonwalk. Yeah, the Moonwalk deck, that's definitely a really fun idea. If you lock them out, it seems sweet. Well, if everyone's playing the control deck, then I guess we just play something that was good against the control deck. I figured people are going to play the actual, like, rogue deck. But if everyone's just playing blue-black control, then I guess we would build our deck to fight against blue-black control rather than against creature decks. My assumption would be that the most popular decks immediately would be aggro decks with Embercleave and aggressive rogue decks. But if it's all going to be control decks, then that would have an impact on the cards that we would want in our deck. Like, Chainweb Arachnir, actually not that great against a deck that only has 8 creatures. It's actually pretty medium to bad. So that is a bit of a concern. Massacre Worm offers a lot less value if you're playing against a deck that doesn't play creatures. So we'll probably trim some of that. Probably trim a Nethroi too. Yeah, let's try it like that. I think it's more control than anything. Like, I just consider it blue-black control or Dimir control. That's how I think of it. Like, I think that's how it plays. Like, it mills a little bit, but it's milling just to turn on its control cards. Yeah, we talk about Historic a bit on the podcast. The bans were Omnath, Lucky Clover, and Escape to the Wilds were the standard bans. I feel like... that's a lot of Massacre Worms. Well, Fable Passage, go. Sad News Bears! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, grab a Swamp. Well, play the Triome. Pass the turn. Didn't. Yeah, it's a little bit like the Tempo deck, I guess. That's not the worst comparison. Well, let's Agonizing Remorse you. Alright, handful of control cards, handful of counter spells. 2 Soaring Thought Thieves. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, I guess, I feel like we are already in trouble. Pass the turn. There's a Thought Thief. Well, it's a counter spell, another removal spell, and a card draw spell. Well, play Fiend Artisan. Play a land, crack the lad. Still a minute away from Massacre Worm, and it doesn't even do a whole lot against... Does not do a whole lot against a 1-3. Thoughts on Future League testing standard without ban cards? Would Oko keep Omnath in check? know. Do you ever see the? Do you remember The Simpsons where Mr. Burns has to go to the Mayo Clinic and he has like every disease in the world, and they told him he was just staying alive. Well, there's our spider finally, and they told him he was just staying alive because but they can cling to dust. Man, this cling to dust been good, been real good. Opponent passes. Binding of the Titans. Mill some cards. Glasspool Mimic. Go attacking. Opponent. Ugh, yeah. Ranic Inventory draws a card. You remember that episode though, and he's staying alive because all the diseases are like can't fit through the door? Yeah. I think that's I think that would be what standard is like. Like, if the idea is like, oh, if Oko was unbanned, things would be fine. I think that's what you're hoping for. Is like everything is so incredibly busted that they're equally busted, and nothing is super busted. Whether or not that will actually work out in practice remains to be seen. So we don't have a land. Our opponent's going to be able to counter whatever we do. Ugh. Alright, well, we get in and hit ya. Opponent draws another rogue. I'll kill the Soaring Thought Thief. Ugh, mills us. Boo! Yeah, I think Standard will... I have hopes that it will be better now, honestly. I think there's a chance this banning does something, which hasn't been true of most bannings that we've had. Well, we will get back Castle Lockwain. Play Massacre Worm. Obviously getting countered. Yup. No attacks. Opponent draws more card draw. Untaps. While we're playing Binding of the Titans, whether or not it's at... Oh my god, opponent. If they have another counter at hand, I'm gonna be so upset. Alright, plays a Shade. So no counter. Massacre Worm number 2, take that, rogues! You deserve every bit of that. Gets to draw a card. Or at their board. Hit up for some damage. We only need one more land for this Nethroi. And then we get back a ton of stuff and it's going to be spectacular. Oh no, they draw another Thieves Guild Enforcer. They mill us some more. The luck of the rogues, it's strong. It's very strong. Alright, we're going to go to 1. If we draw a land, we want this Nethroi. Opponent plays a land, can get the Luris, or cast a Shade. Scries to the bottom. Plays the Shade. It's a tap land. Well, we will play Murderous Rider. Play the Triome. Alright, let's just pass. Well, actually, I think we gotta do it now. Kill Thieves Guild Enforcer. Hit our opponent. Can Nethroi save us and punish our opponent, or do we get blown out by a counter off the top? That is the question. Opponent gets in. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, let's chump. Well, what did our opponent draw? What did they draw? Well, mutate. On Massacre Worm. Under. We will get back. Fiend Artisan. Fiend Artisan. Fiend Artisan. Gigan. Mill some cards. Get in. And, I think we might be in good shape now. I think we might have done it. Whew. All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, come at us, Shade. Whew. Well, the plan worked there of using our graveyard to our advantage. And our opponent is done. Oh, boy, it still feels like a tough matchup, though. It still does. All right, we definitely want to keep the Arachnars. The Arachnars actually felt really good there. Woo, we grounded out. Stop! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Yeah, it's definitely, Nethroi is a really sweet commander, too. Do we want Extinction? I don't know. Maybe? Perhaps. I mean, we got Massacre Worm. It doesn't get the Thought Thief, but it gets the other two. I think we definitely want more spiders. Spider seems great. Maybe we go down... Maybe we go down the Temrat Calls the Deads. And one more Plukernos. Let's try it like that. Let's try it like that. What does that say after welcome to the Fishbowl? Oh, it's so long. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. And then the idea was the Scoops Cheer, Big Scoops Cheer, that emote for our new subscriber. But no one knows what it is, and it's super long. But I've never changed it. We've just stuck with it out of tradition. Yeah, Scoops Cheer, the Scoops Cheer emote. So is standard I mean, it's early to say. Why take out Nissa? I feel like we just need more removal and other stuff. So it's not that Nissa's bad as much as I feel like we need more interaction for our opponent's stuff. The discard, a little bit more cheap removal. Eh. All right. We got spiders for days. Hopefully we draw like a Triome or something, but we technically have 2 lands. Hey, what's up, Elf? How are you? Hey, that is exactly a Triome or something. Yes, you paid off already. Opponent, tap land passes. Oh, and we get an untap land? All right, we'll play this on black. Remorsia. Always got that Thieves Guild Enforcer. Always, always. Counter, 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 removal. Well, we'll take the Shade. So opponent has a bunch of counters and removal. Is that enough, though? It might not be. Opponent passes. Now, Binding of the Titans. Opponent counters. Temple of Malady. Scry. Keep Castle Lockway. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in. No, it exiles. Agonizing Remorse exiles. So by getting Shade, we get rid of it forever, which is the upside. I'll play the Arachnar. Ugh, so much removal. Yeah, let's play the Mimic as a land. Pass the turn. If our opponent starts killing Arachnar, we're pretty fine with that. All right, will our Spider Tech pay off? Ooh, opponent passes. So far, it seems to be. Play the land. Pass the turn. No attacks. The Spider's holding down the fort. Opponent draws. We're spidering. We're playing a Nethroi deck, actually, to try to beat these rogues. Opponent. Well, murder you? Whew. Yes, yes, working. We got a new donation from opponent Pat. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. All right, let's Murderous Rider. See if that can bait out the counter. How far behind on board will you go? All right, go to combat, get it, hit you. And this is how we were imagining it going. New donation from Lorne Sushi. If you're reading this message, I actually managed to do something successfully on Twitch. I almost met you in Niagara Falls Magic Fest in the before times. Hope to get another chance one day. LOL, appreciate your cheer on this rough Thanksgiving. Oh, well, Lorne Sushi, how did I not meet you at Magic Fest Niagara Falls? How do we miss each other? Well, I'm sure there will be another chance. Thank you so much for the donation, and I hope your Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving gets better. Why? So, I thought that Thanksgiving was like an American thing. Ooh, I guess we could have played around that. Did Canada get Thanksgiving before or after? Did America steal Thanksgiving from Canada, or did Canadians steal it from us? After we all stole everything from the Native Americans. It was in Canada first, and then we ripped it off. We net decked it. Oh, that isn't a very American thing to do. Net decking everyone's holidays. Go to combat, get in, hit ya. Oh, about it. Down to 16. I guess we just pass. We got a counter now. I feel like we're in really good shape. Yeah, I think we counter that. No soaring for you today, Thought Thief. Why is net decking not caught on more? I feel like that should catch on to non-magic stuff. It sounds like if you're in college and you copy someone's paper, saying that you net decked it sounds so much better than plagiarized it. It seems like the better way of saying it. It seems like it could catch on in the non-magic world. I'll go to combat. Attack ya. Opponent. Kills the Murderous Rider. Drops to 15. Play the land. Crack the land. Grab a swamp. 1, 2, 3. Cycle a trio? Oh, alright. Murderous Rider's not bad. We're kind of okay with that. Pass the turn. If our opponent flashes something in, we get to kill it. Alright, no flash. Net decking is a thing in most games. Lots of people either don't call it or they're just lying to themselves. Yeah. I think it'd be funny if it caught on. Okay. Well, we can murder things for days, which is good. Get in, hit ya. Well, I guess more spiders. Spider tribal. The weakness of rogue decks everywhere. About it. I mean, this is way better than I would have thought. We got another new donation from ooh, Doug. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, so opponent gets many cards. Oh. End of the story is very powerful when you get to cast it for 4 mana. American Thanksgiving used to be Evacuation Day. It celebrated the freeing of American prisoners from British during the Revolutionary War. More Americans died on those boats during the war than the rest of the battles combined. I did not know that. That's very interesting. Alright, opponent going to reanimate stuff. I don't think this is going to work out in our opponent's favor, though. So we get milled a bit. We should hit another spider eventually. Tap land. Well, end of turn. Murder Thought Thief. opponent. Counter it. Counter it. Opponent lets it go. Oh, untap. Draw. Remorse you. Take. I guess Drown in the Lock's the best. Take Drown in the Lock. Play a Murderous Rider. No attacks. So opponent's back to the handful of counters. Again. So many counters. Heartless Act. Removal spell 1 of a million. Untaps. Well, I mean, alright. Block and also block. Out of threats. Uh-huh. I mean, the spiders come back. We got cards in our graveyard 4 days. Swamp. Luris. Another Murderous Rider. Alright, well, I guess we pass. We're in this weird control scenario now. Is Standard in a place where one could make a more grindy Abzan deck? I'm hoping, like, our deck is kind of a grindy... Not Abzan, but Sultai deck. So I'm hopeful that with the latest bannings, that might be where we're at. Alright, opponent plays Luris. Sure. Opponent plays... Oh, this is gonna be a good turn, I think. Opponent's gonna Soaring Thought Thief. We're gonna kill Luris. They're gonna counter. Oh, they go Thieves Guild Enforcer. Okay. Well, Murderous Rider on Luris. And we're fine with this being countered. Wow, they just let it go. All right. 9-9. Opponent mills us. Murderous Rider, Thieves Guild Enforcer. Kill them all. Kill them all, kill them all. Yeah, Pirates were a sweet tribe. I wouldn't mind more Spirates. Spirates? Fingers crossed. I'm actually hopeful that Standard's going to be in a good spot now. We'll see. This is our first game, and it has been a long, grindy one, but... Alright. We get milled. Opponent loses their threats. We play a Murderous Rider. We play a Murderous Rider. We play a Triome. We pass the turn. What's the unknown card? All right, opponent untaps. They need something. We got the life gain going. We got the spiders chilling. Opponent. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, Agadim's Awakening? Come on now. Come on now. And that gets back Luris. Oh, that's ridiculously bad for us. And they have enough counter. Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, I think we're dead now. That is so not good. Jeez. Oh, what a top deck. What a top deck. Yeah. Oh, disappointing. Disappointing way for this to end. Opponent untaps. Wow! Top deck's another Soaring Thought Thief. Oh my goodness, the good runs. Opponent gets in, mills us. Playing Worm just gets countered. I mean, we see our opponent with 2 counters it had. If we run out Worm, guarantees just gets hard countered. So I don't think that is a very legitimate plan. And we still have that issue. Wind Robber. Yeah, I mean, mills us. Lethal 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spider. Well, we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opponent counters. And land. Spider. Well, we'll see if they top deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, the Raptors are doing their best. The Wurm gets countered. I would love to resolve the Wurm, but it gets countered because we know our opponent's hand, and that hand doesn't drown in the lock. And we can only do one thing, and then we lose. Well, if our opponent does not top deck, we have some hope. Opponent. Top decks. Soaring Thought Thief. I mean, we're still not just dead. But that was a rough draw. Yeah, the Spider, we go to 1 here, I think. Yeah, kills a Murderous Rider. Attacks with everything. Mills us. Mills us. Well, kill this. Oh. Wow, that's exact. Oh my goodness. Oh, and you could. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh. Holy running. Oh. Well, I mean, I feel like our opponent played pretty well. They also had 1 turn to top deck or we win, and they top deck, so. Oh my goodness. It's mostly just frustrating because I feel like we played in a way to win that game, but then our opponent just top decked, so nothing we did really mattered. Ugh. Well, I mean, we did get to see the power of MDFCs. Like, that is case in point for MDFCs being super busted, which I've been telling people since the beginning of spoiler season. Like, if our opponent was not playing MDFCs, they lose that game. But the MDFC came through. They top decked it, and then that found Heartless Act 20, and they got there. Dismal Backwater. Well, play a land. Binding of the Titans. Mill some cards. I mean, I feel like we're pretty well set up to deal with the rogue deck. The spiders were great. Like, the spiders were dominating that game, but our opponent just top decked at the right time, so can't do a whole lot about that, unfortunately. All right, so this is apparently the same deck again. Huh. Well, apparently many people are playing this deck. Exile some cards. Yeah, play the land, pass the turn. Opponent. This is Seth Manfield's deck, actually. From the grand finals over the weekend. I mean, I don't know if other people have started playing it too, but... about it. I don't think it's the right thing at this point in the game. And let's cycle a Triome. Get back a Triome. Play a Triome. Pass the turn again. I'm gonna pass the turn. About it. We have a new donation from Alex Mateo. Boda plays a lad, passes. I'll play a forest. Meyer Triton. Alex Mateo with a $10 donation. Hey Seth, I love your content. I think in that last game, you passed it at some point where you could have played a spider, and because of the exile clause, it would have not been exiled by drown in the lock. Maybe. There might have been earlier in the game. I think the question there is if we want to try to use it as removal, or if we want to just run it out. If we want to just run it out for as a creature. So that's kind of the tension point there. Thank you so much for the donation, but you might have been right. Seth, watching you and other streamers taking losses gratefully is an inspiration to me. I'm trying to always lose in a sportsmanlike fashion. Does it come easily? I mean, I think the good news is I do truly believe that that losing well is something that can be learned. Like, I don't think people are either like naturally good losers or bad losers. So if that's something, you know what? I think we're just gonna do this. I think we're just gonna clear our graveyard here to make sure our opponent can't start taking advantage of that. If they kill it, they kill it. All right, we get a 4/5. It has reach. That's good against rogues. I don't mind losing when I screw up. I mind losing when I draw 8 lands in a row in my 18-land deck. Yeah, I mean, that's also something you gotta learn in Magic. You gotta just, I guess, learn and realize that there is some amount of variance, that it really doesn't matter what you do. One way or another, things can go wrong, regardless of how good or bad your decisions are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's... Pathway on white. I would really like to be able to play 2 things in a turn. Let's go to combat attack. I feel like things get a lot better next turn where we can... You know what? Let's just play this. Whatever. No mutate. Sure. Sure. We can't play 2 things, so let's play our one biggest thing. Resolves. Opponent has another removal spell, sure. Untaps. Ruin Crab. Oh, so our opponent's just like straight up mill. Well, how about a Pelucranos? Play the land, go to combat attack. Oh, so opponent's not even rogues. They're just like straight up mill control. Interesting. I have not seen such a thing. I guess we pass. If our opponent taps down, we'll kill the crab. I don't think we want to fight until our opponent casts a removal spell. Because if we fight and they kill our Pelucranos in response, then we get no value. So I think we'll wait till the end of our opponent's turn at a minimum. About it. If our opponent does nothing, we'll fight at the end of their turn. Heartless Act doesn't get it. Okay. Can you beat a 6/6 and a 2/1? Go to combat. I guess we are helping our opponent mill us, but go in, get ya. About it. Takes it. Yeah, I feel like this graveyard stuff should be good against rogues. Down to 11. Acolyte of Affliction? We will get back Nethroi. Pass the turn. I mean, I feel like we just got him on board. I feel like it's working. Opponent, going to click it as Spider 1. Sure. Ooh, let me see, Eric. I do like very budget. Today's budget magic thing on the YouTube is also very budget. Opponent. Passes. Well, go to combat. Attack you. And, wow, opponent takes it. Okay. Down to 4. Play a temple, scry. Oh, we're so close. Ooh, Nissa. Nissa seems really sweet. You know what? Let's just cast Nethroi. That's fine. No mutate. At least it gives us an odds to get around Extinction Event. I mean, if our opponent Extinction Events, we can Murderous Rider Pelucranos. And then have it in the graveyard. And now we have an odd too, which helps. Drown in the Lock on Mire Triton. Certainly. I mean, opponent's running out of time. They're running out of time. The Izzet tutelage deck, it was a sweet Izzet deck, for sure. Do I think new Nissa can be good in Pioneer? Pioneer is a tough one. Pioneer is powerful enough that it's hard for a random Planeswalker to break in, but it also doesn't have fetch lands, which work really well with Nissa. I would almost think it would have more potential in Modern, thanks to fetch lands. Yeah, Gaia's Blessing's insane against Mill. I'm assuming that's intentionally not in Standard. Yeah, the Izzet deck looks sweet. Kind of Izzet draw 2-ish. Opponent, considering the possibilities. Izzet is only budget magic. Fish fight foe against odds deck. Absolute bog. Yeah, we keep coming back to it over the years because it is just a really fun deck to play. Making a Grixis party deck using Coveted Prize and Thwart the Graves with Seagate Stormcaller. My question is, if I reduce the cost on one of these party spells to 2 CMC for my party, can I copy it with Stormcaller? Ooh, Mr. Stonesley, unfortunately, no. Wow, okay. Unfortunately, no. Opponent passes. We draw Nissa. I'll play Nissa.
I am Zendikar's one true guardian.
Untap a land. Yes, please. Full control. Go to combat. Attack you. Oh, it doesn't have vigilance. Okay. I guess we just do this then. I don't know, I was thinking the land had vigilance, and we could do this later, but kill the crab. Well, Nissa did a thing. Nissa contributing. Yeah, it doesn't actually work. Convert a mana cost is always what's written on the top. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Mills a couple cards. Oh, Black Pelucranos. Black Pelucranos. Yeah! I mean, I guess it doesn't have Death Touch anyway, but... oh, got him. Okay, that worked well. Why am I so ghostly in the video? Why? I feel really faded in the face cam. Green screens. Oh, now I'm super ghostly. There we go. Hello. Makeup. Yeah, I've never really been a makeup person. I mean, I don't even shave, let alone take the time to put makeup on. See, I'm back alive now. Look. Ooh, accounting midterm. Good luck, Jeff. Go crush it. All right, so we're playing Mill Control. What do we want against Mill Control? Agonizing Remorse is in. Liliana is in. One more Spider is in. Probably Mystical Dispute and Negate potentially. What are we going down? Massacre Worm seems horrible based on what we saw. I don't know. Maybe they got a bunch of stuff we didn't see. Do you have any spare Scoops Seth stickers left over? I could definitely use one. Sadly, the Mega Magikarp, I never even got one. I also wouldn't mind having one, but yeah, I never actually got one. So not only do I not have extras, I never even got the sticker with my own face on it. So, so no, I don't. I drank blood so fast the camera couldn't catch up. I mean, Magikarp is a little bit of a weird word. Hey, love from the U.S., Pacquiao. How are you? So what do you think, chat? We've been talking about what I think about Standard. What do you think? Like, where are you at with this Standard format? Do you think that the bans fix things? Are they going to fix it? Control? I mean, so far I've only played 2 rounds. I really want to try the counter deck too. I feel like the counter deck could be good. Obviously, rogue/rogue control is popular at the moment. Scud Farkas, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. I think it's going to be 2 days for people to start shouting ban Cleave, ban Thieves Guild. Yeah, I mean, that also sounds possible. Well, we actually would like that land, but, Can we kill a crab someday? Pone bills us. Unfortunately, it doesn't have flying, so we can't chain web it. To the top. And... oh, they do have creatures. Huh, okay. Well, in that case, I guess we just get some Spidey value. Kill it. Man, Chainweb's good. Chainweb is really good. Oh, we're screwed. There's no way we beat 2 crabs. All right, so our hope is our opponent misses many land drops. Oh, yeah, 2 crabs is a lot of mill really quickly. All right, opponent passes. Well, we will agonizing remorse. There's the drown in the lock. Well, Triome. No attacks. No lands, no lands. No lands, no lands, please. Soul Guide land. Ooh. That's actually kind of annoyingly good against our deck. Yeah, that's a problem. Bringing in the Soul Guide Lantern, exiling a Murderous Rider. Another Wind Robber. Opponent, passing. Ooh, alright. Well, I mean, if our opponent does not hit lands, then we got a shot. Hope springs eternal if our opponent is mana screwed. Yeah, we'll pass. The Spider! The Spider is so good! It's so good! The Jeskai Cycling is the deck you hate most. I kind of like the Cycling deck. Alright, opponent going to get a Lurus, which is problematic. Passes. Alright, less problematic. I'll pass the turn. Definitely countering the lures if possible. Ooh, it's a fetch land. Alright, Lurus down. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Can we hit another Murderous Rider to kill the Ruined Crab? Opponent. Are you going to crack this to exile our Arachneer? Alright. Alright, that's gone. It's done. We got more spiders, though. Somewhere. Alright, that's a land. So play the land. Play Mire Triton. Fiend Artisan. 33 cards in our deck. Well, there's a lot of anti-mill decks because apparently a lot of people are playing mill decks. So you gotta be prepared. Yeah, after sideboarding, we could Yumori. Our opponent has removal. Kills our Fiend Artisan for now. Land mills us. No spider. Drawing a land would be sweet. Opponent passing. Ooh, that's also not the worst. I'll get him with Mire Triton. Opponent cracks. Uh-oh. I still don't really consider these rogue decks. I think there has to be some number more than like 2 of rogues in your deck before you call it rogues. Or I mean, that would be like we're Nightmare Tribal because I played a Fiend Artisan. I still take exception to that naming convention. Opponent. All right, rogue number 2, a Soaring Thought Thief, gets in, mills us. All right, no blocks. Down to 18. All right, double mills. Opponent's fighting the good fight. Mills us, mills us. Cycles a Triome. Desperation. Well, we'll get back Spidey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kill the Thought Thief. No! Did they really draw a removal spell? Island mills us. Okay, it's down. Well, now we attack with everything. Gotta try to close it out. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Opponent blocks. Takes a huge beating. Do they have an answer? Or have we taken him down? Quantum! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Mills us. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. They keep any of these fetch lands down to 11. But 11's not dead. It's not empty. Yeah, green-white counter seems like the best build to me, too. Opponent. Mills, mills, mills. Passes. And scoops it up. Oh, our plan worked. Our plan worked. We played against the mill deck. Our spiders, our Fiend Artisans, our Nethrois. I don't know. I mean, that was what the idea was. That our cards would be able to punish people for milling us. And it kind of worked there. I'm almost wondering if there's that much mill stuff in the format, maybe we don't have to play self-mill. Maybe we can play more real cards and just trust that our opponent's going to do it. Maybe that's what I wonder if that's actually a reasonable plan. Because, like, in theory, we could maybe free up some more slots. Like, we could free up slots cutting Temrat Calls to Dead at least. I kind of want the other spider in the main even. Thassa's Oracle? That would be kind of funny. What can't be countered? Eh. That can be countered. Craig Plate. How does Rogues ever beat a Craig Plate? Oh, they probably, it's so much mana though. I kind of like the one guy again as a fiend artisan target. What's another one of creature that would be good against? That would be good against this deck. Something that we can fiend artisan into. Millie Vanilli. It does get chump blocked too. Gargaroth. All right, let's look at creatures. Creatures. Something that's good against rogues. What has reach? I guess Gargaroth has reach. What can we play that has reach? Or I guess we just straight up play flying. This I always forget has reach. Oh man, we can play a good game sometime of do you think it has reach? That would be, because like look at this. Does that look like it has reach? I mean, I guess there's planes that it's swatting, which is already weird. But does that look like it has reach? What about this thing? What about this thing? That's reach. It can reach its tongue out and get a bug that's like 3 feet in the air. That's the same as something like shooting arrows. Like, does this have reach? I guess technically, I always think the fox is a character, but it's really the little archer guy on it, which apparently can shoot things. But not all archers can shoot things out of this guy, so it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Sharknado I do like, but it's not a creature, which is awkward. A Kedra does. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no. It makes no sense at all. Yeah, we could just play. Wait. Oh, the opponent needs it. I guess Brazen Bar would be okay. It can block a flyer and it can bounce something. That's probably work. And it's a creature. Not the best tutor target, but what about Garrick's Harbinger? Let me read this. Hexproof Pro Black. When it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, look at that many cards in your library. Reveal a creature card or a Garrett card from among them. I actually kind of like that. Let's try it. I like it enough we'll even go down a Glasspool Mimic. And it can even get our Glasspool Mimic. Alright, that's sweet tech. Let's try the Harbinger tech. I need more even CMC creatures to not get blown out by. Also, can we fit an Agadeem's Awakening? Zelzlug, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Do we need blue? I mean, I guess not technically. We could cut glass pools. They're sweet with Nethroi, but maybe it doesn't matter. And play Agadeem's Awakening, Hagra Mauling. I wonder if that's ooh that is Sir Conrad is kind of funny. We can play one Sir Conrad. I don't know if it's optimal, but we can try it. All right, let's try the non-blue version. Blue does add some nice sideboard cards, but I don't know. Actually, let's go swamp. All right, we can try it without blue. It could be good. We need to cut one of something though. Sir Conrad is pretty sweet. I do like that. That is hilarious against Bill. All right, go down the Plukrados. We also got to get rid of negate Mystical Dispute, which means another Agonizing Remorse. Couple Duresses. Blood Chief's Thirst. And let's try it like that. The spider seems insane, and we're playing mill every match. So I feel like it's worth having 4 in the main deck. It's just so good in that matchup. It's so good. Brokos could be decent in this deck. Connor is a human, can be bad with the mutants. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. Like, Nethroi, it's not like we're a mutate deck, really. Like, we do want to mutate Nethroi, but we're not really, like, all in on the mutate plan. It's more like a sweet value-y thing we can do. Well, alright. That's a lot of tap... Oh, wait. Has this person not got Omnath banned yet? Why is there Evolving Wilds? Why is there an Evolving Wilds? That's frightening. That's super frightening. Another one! Okay. Mono red with deck thinning. Hashtag deck thinning. Are we playing against Crim? Well, alright. So now we're probably going to get cleaved. I don't know if we're prepared enough for cleave or not. Well, play the spider. Play the triome. Pass the turn. It does block a Fervent Champion at the moment. Pwn it. Okay. I'm not really sure what's happening now. Well, play Fiend Artisan. Agadim's Awakening tapped. No attacks. What's happening? What is happening? Malefic Scythe. Okay, sure. Is this? Oh, maybe it's like Rakdos Equipment Knights. That could... Why so many fetch lands, though? Why are you playing Evolving Wilds? Maybe it's just a budget deck with someone that doesn't have duels. I guess there's not a great Rakdos aggro duel anyway. Alright, Feed the Swarm. Killing our stuff. Robber of the Rich. Stealing our stuff. Hitting us. Alright, just a land. No blocks. Down to 13. Alright. Well, maybe after Plugranos rotates, our opponent's deck can win. I mean, you can't even be super bad about losing to this. Like, I've never seen... Wow, opponent... Okay, so opponent's going deep. I do appreciate the deepness that our opponent is going. This Plugranos seems good, though. Opponent gets in, steals a land... Block, block. We gotta keep our life total high because of this Valakut Awakening, because our opponent's playing infinite fetch lands. Malakar Rebirth. Okay. Awkward. Equips. What's going on? What is going on? So let's just play Castle Lochwain. Reanimate? Arachnir Fiend Artisan? Alright, the MDFC is good. The MDFC is good. Pass the turn. If their last card is Cleave, then I guess I got us. The Raging Gamer! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Opponent. Getting frisky. Stealing a land. Block and block. Please don't cleave us. Ooh. Alright, not getting cleaved. Stuff dies. Okay, okay. I like it. Archfiend's Vessel. passes. Okay. Max Rebo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. We played Control/Rogue Mill twice in a row to start. And now this is the first non-Rogue Control matchup. Do we just want to get... What do we get? Nethroi seems good. Actually, I guess we attack first. Go to combat. Attack. Get in, hit ya. Wolf Dragrol and Mexaribo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Yeah, I was glad that we could do a super budget arena deck for this week. I know that's been one of the weird things about budget magic in the age of arena is, well, get our Baneslayer, our ground Baneslayer, is that the prices just don't line up in paper and arena, so it's good to be able to get in some arena budget decks too. Oh, I know, Daniel. Record-breaking number of bans. Ooh, opponent has Luris and Robber of the Rich. But we have a Nethroi. Opponent, no fear, steals. Binding of the Titans. Well, kill Robber of the Rich. Drop to 14. Oh. Not time yet. Soon. Well, Murderous Rider. Kill Luris. Pathway. On white. Acolyte. Mill some cards. Get back. Binding of the Titans. Nethroi. Gain some life, and the tide is turned, and our deck is working. It's working. Someone pointed out, we do not have any ultimatums in this deck. We could, but we don't. We're just going with Nethroi at the moment. Someone pointed out that Throne of Eldraine now has the highest number of ban cards out of any standard set. That it beat Mirrodin now. I could see playing one Eerie Ultimatum. Now that we're not playing blue, we could add more white mana. The problem is we don't really have white mana. We're just playing a Pathway because we might hardcast Nethroi. But we could add more white mana and play Ultimatum if we wanted. Opponent. Well, his Scythe is allowing our opponent to kind of keep attacking, and it's actually working somehow. I am very surprised, but it's actually working. Oh, no, we were supposed to swap the Triomes. We'll do it after this game. You're right, we still have the Sultai Triome. We should be playing the other one for sure. Opponent. Gets in. No blocks. Steals nothing, but has the binding. Which is awkward. That's very awkward. Alright, re-equips. And binding. Oh! Okay, I like this now. Mutate. Nethroi and Nethroi. Over. So let's see. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, free. Okay, start with that. And then Spider, Fiend Artisan, Mire Triton. Yes. All right, we like it. We like it a lot. Get in, hit ya. Force the jump block. Ooh, Nethroi! Nethroi! Just like your Brawl deck, it kinda is like a Brawl deck, isn't it? Well, I'm not convinced that that this Binding of the Titan's gonna save our opponent. Whoo! Well, we had to go quickly because of this Binding of the Titans, exiling our stuff. So we didn't get max value, but that was still pretty good. Hey, what's up, Strictly Jess? How are you? Opponent? Yeah, starts exiling stuff. We got 2 Nethrois because it was Nethroi mutated on Nethroi. So we had double. We could reanimate 20 power of creatures. Well, alright, opponent's playing aggro. Harbinger seems meh. Alright, Heartless acted. Blood Chief's thirsted. Return to Nature in, I think? Going down Sir Conrad. Going down an Arachnir. Going down a Harbinger. Going down a Gigan, I guess? And what else did we cut? We gotta cut one more or something. Pit Lord Grat, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, Extinction Vet's probably worth it too, isn't it? So now we gotta cut 2 more of something? It might be all the Harbingers. This doesn't feel like... Well, they do have black, though, so they could have black removal. Maybe it's better than we're giving it than I'm thinking. What else can we cut, though? Alright, go down to Nissa. Go down... One more spider and a massacre worm? Alright, let's try it like that. Was that mutate legend on legend of the same name? Yeah, mutating onto the Nethroi and a Nethroi. So you think white black clerics could be good? So I like the idea of clerics, and they have some sweet synergies. I think they're a deck that I'm interested in trying again post-banning. I think before bannings, they just didn't really have like the power to keep up with Arrows and Omnath. But now that we've gotten the latest round of bannings, it might be that they're at a place where they can actually keep up. I think worst case, they will have potential after we get the D&D set in a couple of sets. So I think they will have potential eventually for sure. And they might have potential right now. Quick reminder before our next round that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. Need some magic cards? Get them at cardkingdom.com. Yeah, it's fine. That's actually decent. Hey Seth, you feel that Wizards are not play testing the cards enough? Why so much bannings have happened? So I don't think it's simply about playtesting. 9 months, Strictly Jess. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Are you willing to try Scourge of the Skyclaves in this deck for its synergy with Nethroi? So the issue is we need to be able to gain life for that synergy to work. Like, that synergy involves being above your starting life total. So I think you could build like a fun against the odds style deck or something around that synergy, but I don't think the synergy would work just slamming it into this deck necessarily because of the life total thing. Well, play Mire Triton. Christofuck and Pyro Flavor, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Doing well, Pyro Flavor. How are you today? Alright, play the Swamp. No attacks past the turn. Opponent did steal our Nethroi. So, Aura's Enchantress... Ooh, boy, more robbers. Please don't kill our Mire Triton. Please, please, please. Opponent. Full-on attack. Steals. A land and a Murderous Rider. Well, opponent's got to be reanimating or something. Block, block. Stuff dies. They must have lures in hand. That's the only way this makes any real amount of sense. Archfiend's Vessel. Do we need to kill Robber the Rich? Do you think the eventual 5-color Omnath card will be standard legal? I don't know. It could come in like a commander deck or something at this point. You think you have Angel of Destiny for a future against odds deck? Yeah, it's on my list. The issue that I've had is while the alt-win part of it I think is interesting, none of the decks that I built with Angel of Destiny have felt that interesting. So that's my kind of like the challenge of Angel of Destiny. Like, I think it's a really cool alt way to win the game, but the decks are mostly just like either straight up life gain decks or like almost controlling mid-range decks, which are the decks themselves I don't find that interesting. All right, we gotta play a land. Play another Mire Triton. Mill some cards. Binding of the Titans, mill some cards. No attacks past the turn. Nesmith for the 46th month, which is insane. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big cheer for you. Is standard fixed? Why was the Clover 2 mana, by the way? Never understood that one. Getting close to the bolus scoops. Yes, you are. You're almost there, which is absurd. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to figure out what was going on with Throne of Eldraine. Like, Throne of Eldraine was just busted on so many levels in so many different ways. It's not even like one specific type of card was busted. It's not like in Kaladesh. That's I think a good example. In Kaladesh, energy was busted. Just straight up, plain and simple, they pushed it too far. Or, like, they went too far with vehicles the first time out. Throne of Eldraine, the broken cards are just, like, scattered around in every type. There's no real rhyme or reason. It's like, Oko was an insane Planeswalker. You have Fires of Invention, an insane Ramp card. Like, the list is just so long. So it's really hard to really make much sense out of. Other than they just pushed everything about that set too far. Fires, yeah, the list is very long. Let's get back a Mire Triton. Play a land. Agadeem's Awakening. Agadeem's Awakening's been sweet. Agadeem's Awakening, Harbinger, Mire Triton. Mill some cards. Mill a Spidey, get in and hit ya. Mr. Second Amendment, welcome to the Fishbowl. Woo to you as well. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Opponent, another vessel. Ooh, and a Fiend Artisan. Well, play the land. Go to combat. Attack. Whoa! Opponent does not want us to draw a card. Okay, that is fine. Blocks and blocks. We will Mire Triton. We will Fiend Artisan. It is big. Might as well crack this to the deck. And I like where we're at. Opponent's going to need like a full-on sweeper out of their aggro deck. Grab a swap. Pass the turn. Hey, welcome. Kudos. Good to see ya. Is Eldraine the only standard set with an uncommon banned in a while? No, because Veil of Summer was also banned. And Gross Pyro was also banned. So, I don't think the rarity really... Ooh, opponent did have removal. I don't think the rarity plays into it as much as other factors. 1, 2... We might as well get this back. Our opponent doesn't really have many flyers. Get back the spider. Man, the spiders are great. The spiders are great. If there's one thing you take away from the stream, it's that Chainweb Arachnor is actually, like, legit in this meta, I think. Wilderness Rack was another one. I mean, it was banned. Gross Pyro was banned, I mean. I don't even know how we have mismatch basics. Honestly. I tried to add Mirage, but I must have... Okay, well, I guess we lose. Wow. That is the strangest thing I've ever seen. Okay. Well. Massacre Worm. Maybe. Oh, boy. Wow, I don't know what our deck. I have no idea. I have never seen someone play all aggro creatures and drop a Cauldron Familiar before. That is a first. The idea is interesting. Opponents, you don't know what to expect at all. I definitely was not expecting Cauldron Familiar out of that, or Cauldron of Eternity out of that deck, for sure. Cauldron Familiar I would expect if it was legal. Ninajug, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. I mean, we could play Cauldron in this deck. I wonder, is it worth Cauldroning? Let's fix the mana a little bit before the next game. We can fix the mana, and we can play one Abzan Ultimatum. Like, it is fun. I don't know if it's good, but it is fun. Ooh, Helions? Or Helioning, Jake Jesus? We definitely need to fix a Triome, though. That is for sure. We got the wrong Triome after we switch colors. What's more surprising, Cauldron of Eternity or an actual bad card? I mean, I would actually be less surprised about Cauldron Familiar, even though it's banned. All right, let's Triome. Switch the Triomes. Into the Triome. And oh, I see. 1, 2, 3. Fix our mismatch basics. I don't even know, what is this set even? It has an arena set symbol. Is that just like starter lands? If there was one thing arena could do, it would be making it so you would choose your default lands. That would make me the happiest. I don't know what it defaults to. I don't really understand how it chooses what lands to put in your deck. But, oh, Zendikar lands are kind of sweet. After... Oh, did y'all hear about the like giveaway of those lands and the freak out? Not the biggest Magic freak out that we've had lately, but it was a reasonably big freak out with Wizards saying you'd get Zendikar Rising lands for entering any draft, and then a bunch of people entered Quake Draft, and Wizards wouldn't give them to them, like they just didn't hand them out. And then everyone got mad about like false advertising and stuff, and rightly so to some extent at least. Wizards always has issues with that. But they said directly like any draft event, so I can see why people would be upset. Oh, we're gonna add an ultimatum. Are we really adding an ultimatum? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? It is spicy, but what would we even cut? And let's not add an ultimatum yet. I don't think it's actually... I mean, it is spicy, but our deck's already pretty spicy. And it's felt pretty good so far. I feel like our... And I'll update the deck list. I feel like our tech has been pretty good for the current meta. I mean, last round we played against, I still don't really know what, so hard to read too much into that one, but our one loss to Rogues was that top deck game, so that it felt good against Rogues at least. Deck list should be updated. Let's give it another go. Give it another go. It is Abzan now. It started Sultai. And we've been developing it during the stream, and it's developed into Abzan now. What's that Rakdos Party mid-range? I've been trying to build it. Oh, remind me and I'll open it up. I actually don't remember where it where it is. I feel like I tried to build it, but never finished it. So I don't know if I actually played it at all. Ancient Greed Warden, maybe. An Ancient Greed Warden deck that someone sent me was on my list of decks for today, but Now I'm not actually sure. Now I'm not actually sure because I have been enjoying this deck. Doesn't BTE make Neoform better? Ooh, it's a counters deck. All right. This is a deck that I feel like should have potential now we've had Mannings. Green, white, Abzan, like Swarm Shambler is better than I realized. We still have mismatched lands. How do we still have mismatched lands? But I feel like this is an archetype that at least has potential. Well, more spiders for days and days. How would Voice of Resurgence be in Standard today? I think it would still be good. Hey, see ya, Crew X. How are you? Well, alright. Let's keep training. Keep it trite. Mill some guards. Ugh. Well, go to combat. Get in. Hit ya with a Mire Triton. Yeah, why has Arachneer never been played? It just doesn't line up with the meta. What is my favorite musical? Oh. I don't know how to say this in a nice, respectful way, but I really hate musicals. I love music, but I hate musicals. I've never understood why you would want to sing the script to your movie. Like I don't get it. I've never understood. Like I think it's like cereal. I like milk. I like cereal. I don't like them together. I like movies. I like music. But you put them both together, and oh man, it's just horrible. I think also my view is probably tainted because when I was growing up, I think I've talked before about how we didn't have TV or anything, but we were allowed to sometimes watch movies, but my parents were like super, super restrictive about what movies we'd actually watch. And one of the movies that I guess it was like my dad said it was his favorite movie. I still don't know if it was really his favorite movie or if he just said that because we were going to have to watch it, but it was The Sound of Music. So that was a movie that got played a lot of times, and that further reinforced. There's nothing wrong with Sound of Music. Like, I guess it's kind of a classic, but that just reinforced my hatred for musicals. Producers is great, but Producers is like a movie about a musical more so than a musical itself, I would say. Little concerned about this Great Henge, I will admit. Well, alright. How do we beat a Great Henge? You strike me as a death metal guy. I enjoy all kinds of music, but I actually listen to metal among the least out of all the genres of music. I mostly like weird indie music and more experimental music. But I also like jazz and blues, and I don't listen to much pop as far as just like radio pop, but folk metal. I like oh boy, opponent's going off. Yeah. Grange I think is on the short list of cards that could/should be best in post-banning Standard. I think Grange might actually be behind Embercleave, just as far as individual card power levels. I think this is going to be a card we see a lot more in Standard, and guess what set it's from? G Dubos! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. And Salt Priest, big scoops here for you. Thank you. Do you like Bellafleck of the Flagstones? I've seen Bellafleck a couple times at like festivals and stuff, and I enjoyed it. I don't like own any of their albums or like listen to them constantly or anything, but so yes, ish. Ooh, let me see League Wombat. Oh, we're getting so blown out here. Yeah, Great Henge is a real card. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, we're done. Done. Done diddly done. Oh, it's a triome. Well, play the land. Draw ourselves slightly closer to death. It's a land, alright. On to game 2. Yeah, Great Engine, I mean, it does have the drawback that you do need a big creature, but I think people are realizing Kazandu Mammoth is like an insane way to turn it on. Kazandu Mammoth land drop gets you to Great Henge on turn 4, which is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know how we beat. Yeah, I'm not super comfortable with how this matchup is looking at the moment. Well, I guess if there was ever a match to not play Spider, it's against Mono Green Stompy. How do we deal with Great Hedge? Are we going to be bringing in Return? I guess we have to. Bring in Return to Nature just for Great Hedge? I don't think they have another target in their deck, but we can't let them Great Hedge or we just lose. Yeah, Sir Conrad can go. That's one of our mill tech cards. Ew. Look at our 4-drop pile. We have one each Extinction Event, or Eat to Extinction Event, Hagravalling, Liliana, Acolyte, Nissa, Pelucranos. It's like a commander deck. We have one each of 7 4-drops. Oh, all right. What's our last cut? Removal. With all these creatures being cut, what are we reanimating? I mean, I guess Nethroi's still fine. All right, we'll go down one. Actually, let's go down one Massacre where we're not like that. I'm tired of playing decks of 200 cards with a crap ton of mill when I run a 60-card deck in standard ranked. Wait, you play against 200 card decks? Oh yeah, I guess Stonecoil is another good target. You're right. All right. We can kill things. Killing things is good. Maybe you could show us the deck list for the Ancient Greenworn deck. Oh, it's a deck list someone sent me. I can show it to you though after this round. I mean, we can try it if people want to. I think we'd have to add a sideboard to it. I think whoever built it for best of one. And they said you should play it, but be warned, I don't think it's very good. I think it's cool, but it's not very good. Something along those lines. Oh, you're running a 200-card deck to beat Mill. Ooh. So the problem I have with Gemrazor, I think Gemrazor was great as a... I think Gemrazor was great as a way to beat Lucky Clover. The problem is now I think what you're mostly wanting to kill is Embercleave. And I feel like if you don't have instant speed removal, things can go super, super wrong. Alright, opponent attacks, we block. Kill the Stonecoil. Go to 21. Opponent. 3 cards in the graveyard. Ooh, alright. Stonecoil. Well, this works. Aghanim's Awakening, untapped. Liliana.
Run now.
Oh, if we get Questing Beast. Beasted. Kill it. Boat it. We don't have Stonecoil. Maybe we should, though. Are we get? Oh, okay. Yes. That is very far from a Questing Beast. I feel much better now. Okay, Advisory for 4 mana. Sigh of relief has been breathed. All right, what do we want to do now? What are we discarding? Huh. let's Acolyte. See if we can hit a land. Ooh. Alright, we'll get the Castle Lockwade. Play the land. Take up Liliana. Discard Fiend Artisan for now. Liliana's just a one-of, but I think it is a good one-of. Opponent discards a land. We will pass the turn. Opponent. Kazandu Mammoth. Gets in it Liliana. Ooh. Okay, maybe Okab Adversary is better than I thought. It's actually putting us in a very awkward position here. Yeah, Mythos of Nethroi could be worth considering. Yeah, alright, we'll block. Keep Liliana. Tick up. Discard Blood Chief's Thirst.
I really don't care about your plans.
Binding of the Titans. Mill some cards. Pass the turn. Opponent taps. Ooh, it's close. It's a close one. Opponent. Tap land. Gonna go the Mammoth. Great Henge. Combat. Oh, okay. Well, murder the Mammoth. Liliana lives. Opponent does get to draw a card, but that's okay. That's okay. I kind of like where we're at now. Vote it. I've been growing the beard for a while now. Please no 2-drop. Come on. Oh. All right. Opponent's value continues. We will exile. I think this is fine still. Exile 2 Stone Coils, I guess. Gain some life. Murder. Ugh. I feel like we're falling behind now. You can reanimate Skyclave Apparition, unlike instant sorcery removal. Yeah, that could be worth considering. So I think there's probably some more we can do with white in this deck. Because, yeah, we just got to kill everything. So, kill ooze. Kill adversary. Kill Great Edge.
You can scream if it hurts too much.
Pass the turn, pass the turn. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand, though. We technically have 0. That is still a concern about it. Yorvo. And Lovestruck Beast. I'll get back Acolyte. Play Acolyte. Get back. Ooh, tough decisions. Really, really tough. Whoa! Bunch of gift subs coming in from Leovold Flashbringer to Rich Tater, National Wheels, Engineer Ocean, Lactia, and Derek Kanjas. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the question is, do we Lily or do we need to be able to do multiple things next turn? Let's take Binding. I think we got to be able to do 2 things next turn. Like, if we... Oh. Alright. Well, now we're dead. Oh, God. Well, Grey Henge, I told you. I told you as soon as we started the match. Decent chance this is one of, if not the best card in Standard post-bannings. Yeah, I mean, it's just over. Grey Henge is too good. Kill Yorvo, doesn't matter. Pass the turn. Lovestruck Beast, draws a card, grows it. Kazandu Mammoth, draws a card. I mean, Embercleave's on the short list too, but I think out of just like individual standalone cards, I think Embercleave and Grey Henge are like what else is in the conversation? Like discounting decks. Because obviously like I would guess like Rogues might be the most played deck for the immediate future, but none of them are going to be the most powerful card in Standard. It's like about combining stuff together. Just like standalone, not considering decks. I think Ugin's in the conversation, although it's a lot of mana, which is a drawback for sure. Kroxa, I could see Kroxa being on the list. I do think Escape is good if a lot of people are playing Mill. Stax is very good right now. Interesting. Well, all right. Sand's okay. We got a Spider. All right, back to Rogues and Mill by the looks. To the bottom. Well, Tabline go. Opponent. Yeah, Stacks probably isn't great against Mill. That makes sense. I'd argue Squirm has a place on the list. Not all that difficult to create a massive swarm out of nowhere. I honestly don't really... Oh, alright. Pass the turn. I honestly don't really see why people think Skew Orb is that powerful. To me, it seems like a card that just, like, dies to every removal spell. So it's really hard for me to think of it as being, like, top-tier powerful. Opponent gets and hits us. Well, play a Swamp. Play Fiend Artisan. Well, Spider time, opponent. Are you going to be able to beat spiders? And more spiders and more spiders. Alright, there's the counter. Well, spider time. Pass the turn! Spider 1 has arrived! Do I know the game Hades? I do not. Stax is, like, the Doom Foretold deck. Opponent, Rankle Master of Prankles. Well, that's a little awkward now, isn't it? We block, take a beating. This isn't great. Not great at all. Ooh. How do we get out from under this? Let's Fabled Passage. Actually, no, let's Castle Lockway. Castle Lockwain, Nissa.
The Royal protects Zendikar and its people.
Untap a land. Hit ya.
We will protect my home.
All right, can Nissa do it? Can Nissa do it? It was all Omnath yesterday. It was Austin Burchevich that came in number 1, but yeah, it was all Omnath decks once we got to the top 8. All right, another Soaring Thought Thief. Opponent. Gets in at Nissa. And Nissa. Alright. We still get milled. Yeah. Well, the second Soaring Thought Thief might have us now, unfortunately. Assuming our opponent has a counter in hand, which they most likely do. So Nissa remains alive. Opponent passes. Oh, Fabled Passage. Add a counter to Nissa. Crack Fabled Passage. Get a forest. We'll see. Add a counter to Nissa. Arachnir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get back a spider. Do you have a counter? Alright. So opponent does have another counter. Well. Untap a land. Play the spider.
The swamps come to my aid.
Pass the turn. Is the Rogue deck's the new Curious Obsession deck? Yeah, it's got some similarities, I think. Although, I actually still am not sure that it will be that good. Like, gotta remember that until today, everyone was having to build to beat other decks, not rogues. But now if rogues is going to be the top deck in the format, the equation changes. This, I feel like, has been a pretty above average, draw for the rogue deck. 2 lords, 2 counters, and a rankle, so, eh. Opponent plays a land. Passes. One, 2, 3, and 4.
Endings lead to new beginnings.
Oh my goodness, what an insane draw. Okay, sure. Well, I mean, that's just, that is just, yeah. I mean, sometimes you draw 3 of your lofty denials in your top 10. That is a thing that happens. So we will move things around a little bit. Ugh. Just toss a few Midnight Clocks into your deck. Midnight Clock? I'm gonna have to read Midnight Clock. Is it another Broken Elderade card? Doesn't it cost like 36 mana or something to do anything? So adds a blue. Can pay 3 to put an hour counter on it. Beginning of each upkeep, put an hour counter on it. At the 12th hour counter, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, draw 7 cards. That's a lot of turd / mana to not get brazen borrowed or otherwise dealt with. So I feel like that, I mean, yes, it is, technically, it would beat a mill deck. The question is, do you actually survive that long? That's where I think it becomes a bit more questionable whether you actually live long enough to make let any of that happen. If you do, though, it's gonna be sweet. All right. Well, more like that. Yeah, we used to have Gaia's Blessing not that long ago. Do you think there's an alternative to banning cards in an attempt to fix standard? In an attempt to fix standard, it seems that the current state of online play, specifically number of games that can be played and viewed in such a short period of time, there will always be a best deck that people want cards banned from. Well, there will always be a best deck. I definitely agree with that. On the other hand, I posted a picture on my Twitter today of all of us with Siege Rhino next to Omnath. Like, that was it. That was the tweet. Just those two images. And I think that image actually is a pretty stark and clear example of where things have went off the rails in terms of Magic design. So I would say that I am pretty skeptical. I'm pretty skeptical that there's much that can be done outside of Wizards improving at designing Magic cards. Like, I don't think there's an easy out. Garrick's Harbinger. If this is Flash Creature into Rankle, sacrifice a creature, I'm going to be so salty. Alright, Cycle Triumph. We can deal with that. Well, let's see if our Harbinger tech pays off. Hexproof from black. How good is it? Hey, what's up, Mr. Foxpaws? I mean, it's different. Standard is definitely different. Fixed, I mean, how do you know? Well, get in with the Harbinger. Hitcha. Draw a Chainweb Arachnir. Play Fabled Passage. Play Arachnir. Harbinger number 2? We will draw many cards. Love? Oh, an opponent's done. Oh, we stopped him. The Harbinger tech. They can't deal with it. All right. I don't know who in chat, when we were talking, suggested Harbinger, but it felt really good that game. Really, really good. Do you think that Throne is now one of the most OP sets ever in Magic, with 6 cards banned from the set? Cuz, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Honestly, Omnath wasn't the problem. It's a switching of ramp from creature base. Need to remind everyone complains about land elves, and to putting extra lands on the battlefield. The issue with playing 4-color deck can have 100% of all 4 colors on turn 4 is the issue. That's probably part of it. How does New Standard feel? Well, we've only played a handful of matches, obviously, on the stream. I would say I feel like New Standard feels better, but we've played like Blue-Black / Rogues a lot. Obviously, that's like a really early deck, potentially, because it was one of the best decks that wasn't targeted by bannings, and people seem hyped about it for some reason. So we have played Rogues a lot, but we've played a lot of, I would say, interesting and real games of Magic. We've mostly played games of Magic where it felt like our draws mattered, our removal spells mattered, our stuff mattered, which that was one of my biggest problems with pre-banning Standard, is a huge percentage of the time, it just feels like what you do doesn't matter. Like, your opponent just goes Lotus Cobra into Omnath, makes a bunch of land drops, plays a Genesis Ultimatum, gets more land drops, and nothing you really do matters. You can't play removal in your deck because it doesn't do anything. So you're just like, okay, like, I guess I see if I can do something as crazy as you're doing, and we'll see who does the craziest thing the fastest. But it feels like, so far, whether or not Rogues is 50% of the meta or whatever, like, who knows? Like, it's day one. But so far, it feels like you're actually playing real games of Magic again, which I think is a really good thing and definitely encouraging for me. Is Mono Black viable in Standard right now? I have a Mono Black list that was on my backup list for today. Ugh. Yeah, it's probably too expensive. We're going to mulligan that. Well, this we're going to keep. It is mismatched and also a smidge sketchy. Do you think banning Escape to the... Oh, this is going to be good. Got him. Got him right off the bat. Spidey. Spidey proving its worth. Oh, I really love Chainweb Arachnir. It's so good. It's so good. Found it. Plays a tap land. Black mana, please. Well, not black mana, but Fiend Artisan's also good. Gonna hit ya. Opponent. Wow, Arachnir's like the tech. It's the tech. Tap land. Passes. Well, go to combat. Attack. Hit ya. This mana screw is a problem. Have you thought about taking out Nethrois and something else to throw in 4 Mythos of Nethroi? Seems to answer quite a lot. I think Mythos of Nethroi could be good. I don't know about... I mean, we have Murderous Rider. I don't know how far we want to go on the removal plan. What do we do? What do we do? Oh, thank you, Bodilicious. Alright, whatever. Make them have it. If they're countering it, then they're not playing Soaring Thought Thief, so... Alright, so they're going to Soaring Thought Thief by the looks. Or they have Brazen... Okay. Brazen Borrow and Harbinger. We just need the black mana. We just need the black mana. Yeah, I can see Mythos of Nethroi. I think when we started playing this deck, it was a Sultai deck. So I think there is some white stuff that can still be explored that we haven't fully explored. Because the original idea was Sultai. We sort of shifted towards really green-black, but sort of Abzan in the meantime. But we haven't really looked into what we could do with playing more white cards. Oh, you really need a black source. Really. Nighthawk Scavenger. Alright, Harbinger. Oh, this mana screw is brutal. This is not how we want this to go past the turn. Yeah, I mean, Arachnir's great. It really is good in these matchups. Opponent tap land. Yeah, we don't have a way to get... Okay, Rankle. Opponent attacks. Yeah, we'll take it. I didn't think we had 4 forests in this deck, but apparently we do. I don't get in. Oh, that's so awkward. Debate Bro, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sack the spider. I guess get another Harbinger. Ugh. Rough, rough, rough. This was probably already answered. When is the next band bracket standard deck being played? Tomorrow's stream, Paps. Tomorrow's stream. The band bracket makes its return. Alright, Zarasan, gonna steal our Harbinger. This mana screw's so brutal. Cling to dust. Alright, well now this is just getting depressing. Get in. Opponent blocks. Fiend Artisan. Whew, pass the turn. Pretty excited for the band bracket to return, and then more in the future. Yeah, definitely the possibility of doing more in the future. Opponent gets in. Yeah, I think this one's just over. We have a handful of, oh my goodness. We have a handful of cards that we can't cast because we haven't drawn black mana in 15 cards. And we've drawn all of our basic forests in our entire deck. Oh, lovely. Alright, it's a Black Source. Unfortunately, I think it's too late if our opponent has any sort of interaction. But opponent has to have another Wrangle in hand, so I believe this is just game. Yeah, so opponent kills it. Untaps. There's no way they sack Wrangle without another one in hand. Unless they're just, yeah. Alright. Sure. Well, that game we did not play Magic. I think we are like insanely heavily favored. Insanely heavily favored in that matchup. Like insanely. But you can't really do much if the Magic gods don't want you to play. Wow, that was insanely brutal. They should really let you get a full refund in decks when they ban cards because all the other non-ban cards are useless now. Yeah, I don't feel like Wizard's gonna do that. You have 3 swamps and 4. Like, what in the world? Why did that even happen? That's pretty rough. Yeah, I mean, we drew 4 of 4 forests, and that was a game. Well, that's depressing. I don't know why Arena is so bad at putting matching lands in your deck. It's really disturbing. Yeah, that was a sad way for that one to go. Well, that's Magic. Sometimes you play, sometimes you don't. Unfortunate timing for the don't. I mean, we have the correct triomes. The issue there is we have just variance. I can't imagine Wizards ever refunding for an entire deck. I mean, remember, Wizards' goal is to get as much money from you as possible. Like, that's why Magic exists, is to get as much money out of your pocket as possible. Giving you a refund for an entire deck that you bought when they ban a card, that would, I assume in Wizards' opinion, work against that goal. So I think it's unlikely that they would ever do that. I wish they would, but I don't think they ever will, unfortunately. But that is one of the issues. Like even on Arena, where bannings have a bit less of a cost, there still definitely is a cost, and the cost is exactly what you said. Like even if they refund you for the mythic or the rare that gets banned, you still do lose value with the rest of your deck as well. All right. Well, I guess we actually get a murder version of Hagra Mauling. Kill the crap. Go attacking. Hit ya. Down to 18. Boner on taps. Boy, Mill is super powerful. Podcast will go up once the stream ends, which will probably be 1 to 2 more matches, either depending on how long this match goes. Either this match and one more, or just this match, and then the podcast will be up. Ooh. Well, Let's Aghanim's Awakening untapped. Binding of the Titans. Mill some cards. Mire Triton. Mill some cards. Hit ya. Opponent takes it. Now, he did mill some lands our opponent wanted, which is good. Should be able to convert. Yeah, I mean, having some sort of dusting would be ideal. Like, that's one of the biggest things I think Arena's missing, honestly. Opponent kills a Mire Train, gets in, hits us down to 18. End. Passes. Well, exile. Play the Harbinger. Opponent has another counter. And gets to scry this time, which is pretty good for them. 2 guards to the top. That's not good for us. Pass the turn. Have you tried Titan's Nest Delve Control? I have not, the Jolly Flying Man. Have you? Delve. So, in Standard or in formats in, like, Modern or something? Opponent passes. I think we just take Castle Lockwain. How do we do this? So opponent's probably going to flash something in. Now let's Nissa. Make our opponent counter it. Soaring Thought Thief. Mills. Ooh, does not counter. Okay, well, Castle Lockwain. Add a counter.
Take drastic action.
Nissa. Get back Acolyte of Affliction.
Zendikar provides
Which gets back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's take Murderous Rider. Pass the turn. Okay, we're putting up the defense. Nissa did a thing. Nissa actually did a thing. Opponent, land. 3 cards in hand, plus the Lurus they can get eventually. Gets in. Mills us. Hits us. Yeah. Passes. Well, play a Scry land. Leave the land on top. Gonna get milled. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. We might be in okay shape here. Have you had success with Hagra in any build? I think it's, I mean, we have one in this deck, and I think it's good. Raknir? And pass the turn, leave up our Murderous Rider. Okay. With the Massacre Worm in hand for next turn, potentially. Yeah, I mean, I'm still not... I don't think I'd want Garruk in this deck. Maybe 6-mana Garruk. I don't think the 4-mana Garruk would be good. Liliana might be better. I went back and forth between those two. Oh, how has it been, Jolly? All right. Wind Robber. Sure. Mills us. More spiders. That's good. I think it's going to be a massacre. I think it's going to be a massacre. Murder the Thought Thief. Opponent lets it go. And passes. I'll go to combat. Attack you. Still want to play around counters if possible. Yeah, Witch's Vengeance. I think the question is how many creatures are the rogue deck's going to actually play. Because some of them play only a couple creatures and are not really so much rogue decks as like control decks. So I think that is a big part of the question. Like, if most decks are playing like 25, 30 rogues, then I think Witch's Vengeance great. If it coalesces around decks that are like Thieves Guild Enforcer, Soaring Thought Thief, and a bunch of counters and removal, then I think it's a lot less good. Consistently beating rogues with Kicker. I want to play the Kicker deck again because that deck was just so much fun. So that's also on my short list of decks to check out post-banning because that's one of the most fun decks I think that I've played. Since Zendikar Rising released. A deck with 30 rogues wouldn't be playable? I mean, I'm trying to think. I was meaning like this. Like, this is, you have like this build is one of the builds that's been popular, which is, I guess, 26 rogues. It's not quite 30 rogues, but basically really, really creature heavy builds. I think against a deck like that, I think that Witch's Vengeance is great. On the other hand, if it's a deck like Seth Manfield played if it's like this deck, then Witch's Vengeance is very like medium to maybe even bad. If it's a deck like this with just a few creatures, a ton of removal and counters. So yeah. So I don't know. We'll see where Rogues ends up once people figure it out. Yeah, I guess we get back a spider. Attempt to keep the graveyard a little smaller. All right. I mean, we are down to 21 cards. Maybe our opponent can mill us out. Yeah, Witch's Vengeance is from Throne of Eldraine, right? Into the story. Oh. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think this Massacre Worm does it. I think it does it. To the bottom. Well, sorry, opponent. Massacre your rogue. Oops, indeed. And scoops it up. All right, so, man, I feel like the matchup with rogues has been close at least. Although it is a little concerning that we're playing like Arachnirs and stuff and it's been close. I would like it to be more than close. I would like us to be continually stomping them, but I think we can cut out some of our self-mill stuff like Binding of the Titans. Since our opponent is milling us, we'll trust our opponent's going to do Gonna do the dirty work. One, two, three. All right. Boom. Run like that. My mic is really bad. Oh, is it? Is my mic not sounding good today? No one's mentioned it yet. I would hope that you would tell me if my mic sounded bad before now. Try refreshing maybe, Spotty Tail. I feel like this deck, it seems decent, at least for a Nethroi deck. This hand does not seem decent for the matchup. Okay, that's fine. We will keep it. Well, I'm glad the mic sounds all right. So what's the first deck you're putting together, chat? What's number one on your list for now that we've actually had rotation, more or less, hopefully, and we actually have a fresh standard format? What's the first deck you're putting together? One, two, and to the bottom. Yeah, we played Neoform combo. We didn't play Ken's exact build, but we played it a few weeks ago on stream. It's definitely it's definitely a sweet combo deck for the format. Jankiest combo you can find. That's usually a good choice. Well, spider value out of here, Wind Robber. So good, so good. To the bottom. Oh, the spider's so good. Ooh, Enigmatic Incarnation's super fun. I haven't played an Enigmatic Incarnation deck in a long time. I'd be down with playing more Enigmatic Incarnation. Well, alright. Garruk's Harbinger. Getting hit ya. Opponent. Plays a land. Oh, Garruk's Harbinger's been good too. Our tech has been working. I'm trying to make a Cabria takedown Embercleave Shine with Boros Knights. Ooh, that sounds spicy. Super Friends. I have not really seen Super Friends. I have not really seen Super Friends since War of the Spark left. I'll get a Nethroi. Aghanim's Awakening tapped. Pass the turn. Thieves Guild Enforcer, sure. Mills of Pelucranos, okay. Mutate being tier 1 would actually be sweet. I think that would actually be super fun. About it. We wouldn't mind them just running out Luras so we can murder it, but... Had to turn off tracking protection to remove the sound distortion. Thanks, Twitch. Yeah, you never know with Twitch. Twitch can be funky like that. Well, we're going to murder something. Plus, we want to get in with this Harbinger if we can. Keep drawing cards. Alright, another Enforcer. Mills some more cards. There's a spider. Opponent. M. Jacobs, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 21st month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Putting together mono artifacts with Forsaken Monument into Ugin. Ooh. In historic or in standard? That'd be really sweet in standard if it's possible. Well, I think Agonizing Remorse. I think we want to maximize this Harbinger. So discard. Get a peek at the hand. Alright, drown in the lock, sure. Well, keep on murdering. Keep on attacking. Keep on drawing cards. Yeah, I'll take Fiend Artisan. If only it would hit lands, then Garruk's Harbinger would be even better. do you know what BattleBox is? I think some people know it as the room. Working on building it right now. Was curious if you'd ever heard of it. Oh boy, I apologize. Oh no, we don't have a forest. That's awkward. One, two, three, four. Actually, you know what? Let's just... This needs 8 cards. Let's go to combat. Get in with Harbinger. Hit our opponent. I am not familiar with BattleBox. I know the deck is splashing white for Nethroi. What do you think about splashing red for Kroxa or Escape, or maybe Escape Docs? You could. I mean, you could play, like, essentially this deck, but Jund. I think that would be a reasonable plan. All right. Well, opponent can keep casting something, but we're casting just bigger things than they are. Rogues are tricky, but they're not that big. Hey, see you, Kudos. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out. Do you think that Is It Prowess will be good in Standard now? It's got a lot of pieces to be good. It seems like there's a shot at least. Yeah, I could see it being pretty good. Still have a Sprite Dragon. Have some good cheap spells. Could probably use better burn. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Mills. Grows our Fiend Artisan. Passes. Oh, mutating would be so sweet. Well, go to combat. Opponent blocks. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Just a box. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, these infinite Thieves Guild Enforcers are so annoying. Well, the question is resolving. Playing is easy. Resolving, not so much. Like, our opponent's a very counterspell heavy deck. They've been leaving up mana instead of doing anything relevant, so I don't think just slamming our Massacre Worm into what is very likely a counter. Like, if it worked, then we would win, but the odds of that working are not super high. Wow, gonna block with Luris? That's interesting and unexpected. Well, let's Blue Granos. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. How about a 12-12 opponent? How do you feel about that? Yeah, I guess we could have tried a Fiend Artisan for one. We wouldn't have lethal, but that still would be a fine line. Opponent untaps. Land. Scries. To the bottom. I mean, we're in a super dominant position. I'm having a hard time seeing how we lose from here, honestly, so I think we just play... And opponent scoops it up. Yeah, just play as conservatively as possible. Well, we do have the ability to beat rogues. Ugh. All right, one more. One more, and then I got to go upload the podcast. I mean, technically, I guess we're winning more than we're losing because we just ranked up, so it's working slowly. All right, one more. One more Nethroi game, and then it's podcast time. Yeah, Escape has been really good against this deck. How does Death Touch work against Pelucrados? Does it not work because it's prevented? Yeah, it should not actually kill the creature. You still would have to remove counters equal to the damage, but because the damage is prevented, the death touch is prevented. Oh, don't worry, fantastic sir. The podcast, it will be coming up. There's a budget magic on the YouTube. No, the podcast, I got to upload the podcast as soon as the stream finishes. On Mondays, I record the podcast, do the stream, while the podcast is getting edited, and then upload the podcast when the stream ends. So I'll be uploading it in just a few minutes after this round. But we'll be back tomorrow too. Man, I will say this deck is ridiculously popular. I mean, at least in our experience, I think we've played some form of rogue/mill deck every round, but what? 1? 2? We played +1/+1 counters once. And we played a Rakdos deck once. But we have been playing essentially like 100% of the time almost. In the current meta, do we want Mire Train considering we're getting milled anyhow? I think that's a question. Like, I think the question is how much are we getting milled? So, if we're actually going to be playing mill decks like 50+% of the time, then we actually might not. It might not even be necessary. In the dark, if we're playing mill like 20% of the time, then we probably need it and just sideboard it out. But, hey, what's up, Mr. Bird? How are you? About it. Wind Robber. And I also think there's a decent chance that that this will normalize, at least to some extent. Like, I don't imagine that we're going to be playing 50% rogue/mill moving forward. M. Jacobs, email's probably the easiest, honestly. Yeah, let's play the pathway. Murder Vantress Gargoyle. Opponent mills us. Pass the turn. Well, we get a spider next turn, which is good. Never been a huge fan of Math Rock. Opponent, alright, Thought Thief, gets in, does a bunch of milling. Hits us, mills us. Opponent's tapped down? Alright, let's... yeah, let's Murderous Rider. Again. Murder the Thought Thief. Play the Scryland. It's getting milled anyway, so... Do you think Dimir Rogues will be the next dominant deck? If not, which one? I don't know what's going to be the next dominant deck. Dimir Rogues, I think it's the most played deck right now, based on our stream. Saffron Olive at mtggoldfish.com, M. Jacobs. Alright, opponent reanimates everything again. Ugh. Sure. Gets in, mills us. Well, go, spider, go. Mills us. We sack in to draw a card? Okay. Opponent's really trying to hit a land. Whoa, my goodness! Desperation/tilt! Alright, well, that works for us. We will play a plains. We'll get back our spider. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get some cards out of the deck to turn off the rogues. And kill your Sorry Thought Thief. Whoo, got him. Yeah. Physical Enforcer. Sure, that's fine. Mills a couple of cards. You still lose it. Alright, opponent. It is almost a Chupacabra against this deck, except you get to keep casting it from your graveyard. It's like a even more busted Chupacabra. I'll trade it off. We don't mind in the graveyard. Call the Death Dweller, gets them both back again. Sure. Well. Oh! Oh, that was not the Massacre Worm. That definitely should have been. Wow. Okay. What happened? Did I just click the wrong card? Whoa! I blame Arena for that somehow. I think it moved. I think the Massacre Worm was here, and then right when I clicked on it, Arena did the little move around thing like on the battlefield. That's what I think. I'm sticking with that story. If we lose because of him, I'm going to be really sad. That Massacre Worm would have really got him. Opponent passes. Exile. And exile. One, two, three, four, five, six. Not good. Not good, not good. One, two, three, four. I mean, I'm expecting we're getting countered regardless. Oh, we're not. All right. Fight a Wind Robber. Opponent sacks, draws a card. Opponent sacks it. Why? Why do they keep doing this? Play the tap land. What is going on with this game? They've drawn so many cards. Now, opponent had blue-black up. They had blue-black, so Lofty Denial and Drown in the Lock would be the ones you're mostly worried about. All right, gets the Lurus. Oh, we'll get back. Murderous Rider. 1, 2. Oh, this is going to be sweet. Aghanim's Awakening. Reanimation. X4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I don't think we want Arachneer. Let's leave that. 1, 2, 3. We could get all 4, just so it's clear. We could. We could be maxing it. Get him back, get him back. Hit you. Whoo! Aghanim's Awakening. Yeah, put it up to 16. Many cards in hand, but how do you beat the board? How do you beat the board? Yeah, once you reach Mythic, you can't fall out of Mythic. You can fall up and down within Mythic, but you can't fall out of it. How many hoops would you jump through to draw cards? Quite a few. I mean, our opponent's looping these Merfolk Wind Robbers, so at least that many. And opponent scoops it up. Have you ever tried Time Shifter and Commander? I've had a few Time Shifter games. I don't think it's like, I don't know. It's a card I usually avoid playing because I don't think it's usually that much fun for the table. But it definitely is a unique experience. That is for sure. No doubt about it. It does lead to some weird, wacky things happening, but it doesn't usually feel like an actual game of Commander most of the time. Did I see your Twitter DM? I don't think so. I will have to try to look for it, Kessig. In this rogue heavy meta, I've been slaying in an almost identical deck. Great choice. Hey, thank you, Poggy Boots. I mean, I feel like the idea has some potential at least. Taking advantage of the graveyard. So this was initially a Sultai deck. And then it kind of switched to a Golgari deck, which is what we are now. With just the tiniest bit of white mana in case we want to hardcast Nethroi. But we could go further towards white and actually play more white cards if we wanted to. Is standard saved? I mean, I don't know. It feels better, but hopefully Rogues becomes a little bit less played. Rogue/mill. I think we've played like 75% Rogues today. Some sort of like Rogue mill in that area. Like Demir mill based something. When is the next set release? Next set release is until winter. Oh, we got our spider. Come on, play that one drop. You want to one out your wind robber and start milling, and then spider is just such a great follow up. Well, all right. Lango. Opponents. Yeah, it should be sometime in January, most likely. I don't think the actual date has been announced yet. Aww. Could use more lands, I will say. Takes our discard. Well, that's actually pretty fine. Crack, get a swamp. Play land, Mire Dragon. Yeah. Oh, I realized Sultai ramp could easily beat Rogues with Titan's Nest. Yeah, Titan's Nest is a sweet idea. Oh, get him a Mire Triton, hit ya. Opponent. Opponent's playing a very like reanimatory mill deck. Well, get in it, ya. Play the Triome. Yeah. Alright, opponent's got a Thought Thief. Yeah, Arena does not work very well with Titan's Nest. That is for sure. About it. Bloodchief's Thirst. Gets it, hits us, mills us. Well, thirst you. Alright, there's the counter. I'll play the spider. Play Academ's Awakening. Tapped. Pass a turn. I mean, we're pretty fine with the spider dying, because then it comes back and starts sniping things. Ooh, let me see him, Jacobs. Opponent. Gets in mills us. Sure. Oh, we will block. Mono artifacts. Oh dear, into the story. That's not ideal. Just managed to sneak it in. Well, that's a bad sign. Opponent plays a land. I guess. Yeah, opponent's playing super slow. Clock. They might deceive their way out of this. I'm playing a land. Spider. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kill the Thought Thief.
On what I've done.
Pass the turn. Yeah, Mono Artifacts look super fun. I mean, can get down Ugin pretty quick. Frantic Inventory. Draws. Boy, why is our opponent just drawing cards? They're not progressing the game. They're just drawing cards on repeat. Tap land. Wind Robber. Well, Agonizing Remorse you. Take the inventory. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent takes it. I'll pass the turn. Maybe we're in fine shape. Opponents didn't actually have that much going on. And they're down to 13, and we got Nethrois if we ever get lands. Opponent gets in. Hits us. Mills us. Sure. Kind of hope they steal the spider and then we can kill it and recast it. At some point we can cast a Lockwood. I mean, I appreciate the dedication to drawing cards. They just had so many cards, I figured they were gonna like build a big board of stuff, but they just kept drawing more cards. Alright. Luris. Man, their graveyard's not that... It doesn't feel like the best Luris deck. Yeah, the website has been updated a bit. Well, let's murder Arachnir. And now what, opponent? Thinking. So the thing with Scourge is, in formats like Standard or Modern, you actually have to be able to gain life for the weird, like, janky combo to work. You have to be above your starting life total. In Commander, you can kind of just do it naturally to some extent, but yeah, that is something to keep in mind. That as far as Standard is concerned, it's actually a little trickier than that to make it work. I'll play the land, pass the turn. We're actually one land away from trying to mutate, which would be pretty sweet. And we're keeping our graveyard. All right, there's Luris, sure. Oh, come on, land. Come on, land. Come on, land. Opponent plays a land. And... Soaring Thought Thief, sure. Soaring Thought Thief, sure. Not a land. Well, play Nethroi. Pass the turn. Can our Bane Slayer save us, opponent? If you go play against Dimir Rogues, 80% of your games go ahead. I mean, let me make it super clear that I don't think that's what the meta is going to be like. I feel like right now that Rogues is beatable and will drop down and will be a good but not broken deck in the format. I could be wrong, and maybe it's way more busted than I'm thinking it is, but that's what I'm thinking right now, is it'll end up being just a good deck and not a broken deck. Opponent kills Nethroi. Hits us. Recasts it. Can we draw a land of the untapped variety? Oh, no! Whoa! Opponent drawn for days. Well, this does get rid of that Luris, finally. So I guess we draw him back a little bit. Yeah, let's go aggro. Opponent goes to 6. This puts him in a tough spot. Can we close it out? Can we close it out? Opponent gets in with 1. Mills us. 30 cards in our deck. Okay. What was the draw for the turn? Oh, I think we might got him. I think we might have got him. Good graveyard hate. Alright, Wind Robber, sure. Draws down to 5. They can't sack this, though, without taking damage. Whoa! Oh, my goodness! Miracle draws! Wow, that is miraculous. Oh, just kidding. That is also miraculous. Woo! What a good way for the stream to end. Wow, opponent top decked us and we top decked him harder. Wow, that was a massacre. Wow, they hit the perfect cards too. They hit the perfect cards to have a chance with Luris, and then Massacre Worm 2 off the top. So, I gotta say, is this deck 100% right? Probably not. But, and there's definitely, you can be more Sultai. We could go more into white. We can go straight Gary. I will say, though, one thing I am pretty confident in, after playing Rogues a million times, and actually, I feel like I missed a match. Are we 4-2? Are we 5-3? Something, putting up a positive record. Regardless. We put up a positive record. I like where the deck is going to fight against the rogue deck. I feel like it has a lot of good things going on. The Spider's insane. Being able to escape and keep your graveyard clear with stuff like Spider or Pelucranos is good. Garrick's Harbinger, a late edition, but it was actually very impressive. I think I totally missed this card in the Hexproof from Black. Someone in chat suggested it. It was actually super sweet. Rogues just can't kill it. And it dodges a lot of the removal. So in the metagame as it is right now, Sir Conrad, probably not worth it. If we're playing Rogue so much, we can probably cut Binding of the Titans. But something along these lines, taking advantage of the graveyard to punish the Rogue and Mill decks for milling us, I really like where it's going, though. So on that note, everyone, reminders. I think that brings us to the end for today. I got to go upload the podcast. One more reminder that our sponsor tonight. Oh, I'll show you the deck list. It's one someone set in. Our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Monday is a tough day to keep going because of the podcast. This is the list someone set in. It's pretty janky. Maybe we'll mess around with it at some point, but it's kind of a rampy deck. You're trying to make mana with Lotus Cobra and Genesis Ultimatum, but the end result you're trying to do is fling a Kazandu Mammoth with the help of Nahiri's Lithoforming. It was a deck people messed around with during the early access days, and then it kind of went away. So maybe we'll look at it in the future. But otherwise, send the deck list. All right, hang on. I will send you the deck list if I can find it. All right, here is the deck list. Like I said, don't go spend your wildcards on this. The person that sent it to me said they thought it was not super good, but it was fun. So if you want the Lithoforming Greenworn deck list, there it is. But maybe we'll mess around with it in the future. Quick reminders, replay YouTube. That's where you can find the old streams. Normal YouTube. There's a sweet 2 rare, 2 mythic budget magic for standard up. I just went up this afternoon. Check that out. Tons of other stuff to come as well. The Against the Odds this week is really sweet. And tomorrow, 25 hours from now, 6 Eastern, band bracket, round 2. Crim will be joining us, playing through the rest of the first round, so we'll be back for that. And if you want the podcast, it's going to be up momentarily in 15 minutes or something. So until then, everyone, I think that brings us to the end for today. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing. Tons of people hanging out today. I love y'all. Thank you for hanging out, watching, subscribing, all that good stuff. Come back tomorrow to have some more fun. Until then, have a great Monday night. Have a great Tuesday during the day. I'll see you tomorrow night. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.